everybody, and welcome back again to another series of the Erasmus Academy Daily Portion of German series. And today we have our special guest, who's actually the production manager of this series. Nathan is with us today. Nathan, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure thing. Hi, everyone. I'm Nathan Parker. I'm the managing producer of the Daily Portion of German. I'm the one that helps edit the videos that you see on here each week. And now, for the first time, our viewers will get to hear me speak and get to participate in one of these. I'm also a PhD student at Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary studying systematic theology. I also completed the Erasmus Academy German class last summer and coming back for Latin this summer.
Great. Okay. Thanks so much for being on board with these presentations. So Karl Rahner, as you may know, his dates are 1904. This is what you see on the screen is a picture of him in his early years. His dates are 1904 to 1984. Was a German Jesuit priest and theologian who was considered one of the most influential Roman Catholic theologians of the 20th century. Also, the Second Vatican Council was much influenced by his theology, so it's quite a significant figure, obviously. So this is a picture of him, as I mentioned, and here's just one on a title of one of his books on sacramental theology. I'm not sure who the Pope here is. Do you know who the Pope is there on the right? I'm not sure 100%. But
Good question. Not sure either.
but this is obviously Karl Rahner on the left. And this is the text we're going to take a look at today. This is from his work, Gebete des Lebens, so Prayers of Life, by Karl Rahner. And the text that we're looking at is the introduction to this work by Karl Lehmann, as you see on the screen. So I'm just going to move this up. And so this is the section that we'll do today from here down to there. Let me see if I can pull up a marker. Can you see on the screen, Nathan, this
Yes,
big
it's
green?
coming through great.
Okay, great, fantastic. Okay, so what I'm going to do today, I'm going to read the sentence out loud so you can hear how the sentence flows and the pronunciation of the words. And then I'm going to go, and then I'm going to ask Nathan certain questions about the sentence to deconstruct it, and hopefully you'll think in your own mind what the answers are, so to participate to the extent possible in that way. And then step by step, we'll work through deconstructing the sentences and looking at the structure, and then arrive at a translation. Okay, so here we go. You all set, Jason? I'm sorry, set, Nathan?
Sure thing. Ready to go.
Okay, okay. Okay, here we go. Ein wichtiges Thema der Theologie unserer Tage ist die Entfremdung zwischen ihrer wissenschaftlich-methodischen Bemühungen und der Spiritualität des christlichen Glaubens. Okay, so this is, let's see, where would be, Nathan, where's the first verb then, or the verb in the
It'd
sentence?
be ist
Is,
or
right here.
is.
And we always box the verb and underline the subject. And where's the subject?
It would be Thema.
Thema, good. Okay, Thema right here. And we know this is a neuter noun because it's wichtiges, so an important theme. And then this is a genitive of theology. And here you have another genitive of our days, like that is the, okay. And then zwischen, remember what case zwischen takes?
Does it take the dative?
That's right, yeah. So this is, and Fremdung is the estrangement, you could say. So an important theme is the estrangement between it's. Now, what is the era, what is its antecedent for this? Do you remember?
Does it go back to theme?
Well, it goes back to Theologie.
To theology.
And remember that it has to agree in gender and number with its antecedent. So between its scientific, wissenschaftlich, und scientific methodological endeavor, and between it and between the spirituality of the Christian belief. So that's how the sentence works that way. And here, this des christlichen Belief is then genitive. And why is there an S here, Nathan?
Because with the genitive construction, with these, you'd have to put an S on the end.
Good. For every noun, whether it's either masculine or neuter, if it's in the genitive, a sign of the genitive is an S or an ES tacked on the end of the noun itself. Great. Okay, so you want to just, would you mind just giving us like a literal translation, work through these slowly so we can follow you?
Sure, that'd be great. An important theme of theology of our days is the estrangement between its scientific methodological endeavor and the spirituality of the Christian belief.
Fantastic. Okay, let me just erase that. So that was a fairly straightforward sentence. And now in the second part here, we get to practice with two what we call extended adjective constructions, or it's alternatively called extended attribute constructions, which you will find all over many places very frequently in scholarly texts. So I'm just going to read this next sentence first. Let's see. Hans Urs von Balthasar hat in einem mit Recht heute noch berühmten Aufsatz Theologie und Heiligkeit aus dem Jahre, etc. Okay, I'm just going to stop there. Now, where's the up to here? And this sometimes sentences go long. Remember, the past participles can float out to the end of the sentence or before a coordinating conjunction, which is one of these. So can you identify where the verb complex is from here down to that mark?
Sure, it's going to be hot blosklet.
Great, great. Hot bloskelig. And lege means to lay or to set out simply or to reveal or to expose, you could say, depending on. So here's your verb complex. We're putting boxes around this. And what's the subject?
And it's going to be Hans Urs von Balthasar.
Good. Yeah, that's the subject. Has da da da. D. Now, where is the direct object? And this is really hard. Remember, the direct object or no part of the core sentence can be found in a prepositional phrase. So if you come in einem da da da, aus, this is
It's
another.
going to be the offsets, but you kind of have to take in consideration the things that come after it as well. So wouldn't it be the offsets, Theologia und Heiligkeit aus dem Jahre, and then the 1948?
No, actually, it's here. Hot. This is the separation. This is,
Okay.
but we'll get to this as we analyze this sentence. So in this sentence, we come across an extended attribute construction. So it would be Hans Urs von Balthasar hat in einem mit Recht. Now, when you read this together, it sounds a little bit awkward because after einem, you're anticipating either an adjective or a noun, and you don't get it, but instead you get a preposition. So what is that the sign of, Nathan?
So that's the sign of the extended adjective modifier.
Okay, so it begins there. So
with the meat and then ends with the berühmten.
exactly, yeah, good. So it's funny, this small paragraph has two of these extended modifiers. Okay, so again, the key is after an adjective or indefinite article or definite article, and you get a preposition, that's the sign that it starts here, and it ends with the first adjective that's not in a prepositional phrase or a participle, and this happens to be an adjective, so it ends right here. And we demarcate this with two parentheses beginning. So you'd say, and then whenever you have a noun here that has some following sort of possessive or genitive phrases, you have to include the whole thing. So you would say Hans Urs von Balthasar has in an essay, and then he describes the essay, Theologie und Heiligkeit, from the year 1948. That's the whole thing that really this noun essay is described as, has this essay. Now, when you resolve these extended modifiers, where do you go first, Nathan?
So first you have to go back to the adjective or the participle, and then so in this case the adjective. So you would start with the Bermutin and then kind of work from there?
Exactly. So you always go to the last element first. So Balthasar has in an essay, da da da, berühmten, famous, still today, mit Recht, justifiably. So with right or justifiably. So the way to resolve this, these extended modifiers, is always with a relative clause, the simplest and the most efficient way of doing this. So has revealed or has exposed the separation. This is a direct object in an essay, Theologie und Heiligkeit, from the year 1948, which is famous still today, justifiably. That's how that works. And then it goes on, and and let's see, the site, and and in this phrase, die Scheidung is the direct object, but it's followed by another extended modifier, the division, and then where would you start again, Nathan?
So you start with the anbanden.
Unbindende. Good.
Yeah,
So the separation, sich anbinden, which means to impend, or which is coming, playing out, or coming along. The separation which is impending since the High Middle Ages. Okay, so let's see. So he has exposed this with this essay, and he's also what? Where's the verb after that?
Yeah, so you bring the hot from the previous one, and so you'll go hot plädiert.
Good, and has pleaded. Our word pleads comes from the German word, and has pleaded for a new unity. So this is it looks um, uh, pretty simple, but it has these two major constructions that you have to resolve to get the meaning correct. So would you see? Would you go in from Hans Urs von Balthasar and just give us a translation slowly so we can follow it?
Sure, Hans Urs von Balthasar, in an essay, Theology and Holiness, from the year 1948,
Hmm.
which is justifiably still famous today,
Hmm.
has exposed the separation which has been impending since the High Middle Ages, and has pleaded for a new unity.
Fantastic, really, really nicely done. Okay, so thanks so much for tuning in, and talk to you later. Thanks so much. Bye bye.